Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Narayan Rao Kovur. In this video, we are going to understand exchange rate or foreign exchange rate or forex rate. What is exchange rate? Exchange rate is the price of one currency expressed in terms of another currency is known as exchange rate or foreign exchange rate or forex rate. For example, $1 is equal to 83 rupees. So now, components of exchange rate. What are the components of exchange rate? Exchange rate has two components. Exchange rate has two components. One is base currency, another one is counter currency. How many components of exchange rate? The exchange rate has two components. One is base currency, another one is counter currency. So, what is base currency? The currency that is being quoted first. The currency that is being quoted first, that is called base currency. Second one is counter currency or quote currency. Quote. Counter currency or quote currency. The currency in which the price is expressed. The currency which the price is expressed. That is called counter currency. So, for example, in $1 is equal to 83 rupees. $1 is equal to 83 rupees. So, here US dollar is base currency, Indian rupee is counter currency. US dollar is base currency, Indian rupee is counter currency. So, because US dollar is base currency, because the currency that is being quoted first. Indian rupee is called counter currency. That means the currency in which the price is expressed. Therefore, US in this example, US dollar is base currency, Indian rupee is counter currency. Next, expression of exchange rate between two countries. Expression of exchange rate between two countries. So here also two. One is direct quote, also called European method. Direct quote or European method. For example, in India, so 83 rupees for $1. 83 rupees for $1. It shows that how many number of units of domestic currency required to buy 1 unit of foreign currency. This is called direct quote or European method. That is, in India, 83 rupees for $1. It shows that how many number of units of domestic currency required to buy 1 unit of foreign currency. Next, here foreign currency, that is base currency, and so domestic currency is counter currency. In this example, foreign currency is base currency and domestic currency is counter currency. That means US dollar is base currency, Indian rupee is called counter currency. Next, indirect quote. Indirect quote, also called American method. Also called American method. So in India, so $0.012 per 1 rupee. In India, $0.012 per 1 rupee. It shows that how many number of units of foreign currency required to buy 1 unit of domestic currency. This is called indirect quote. Indirect quote. So in this example, so domestic currency is a base currency, foreign currency is counter currency. So these are the direct quote and indirect quote. That means expression of exchange rate between two countries. Next, both the direct quote and indirect quote are reciprocals. Direct quote and indirect quote are reciprocals of each other. Reciprocals of each other. For example, if 83 rupees is equal to $1, if 83 rupees is equal to $1, then that means 1 divided by 83, $1 divided by 83, that is $0.012 per 1 rupee. That means it shows that direct quote and indirect quote both are reciprocals of each other. Next, kinds of exchange rate or types of exchange rate. Exchange rate can broadly divided into four. One is a nominal exchange rate. Second one is real exchange rate. Third one is nominal effective exchange rate. Fourth one is real effective exchange rate. So, exchange rate can broadly divided into how many categories? Four categories. First one is nominal exchange rate. Nominal exchange rate. The nominal exchange rate is the rate at which one country's currency is exchanged for another country's currency. One country's currency is exchanged for another country's currency. This is called nominal exchange rate. This nominal exchange rate is used to find domestic price of foreign goods. What is the domestic price of foreign goods? This is called nominal exchange rate. Next, demand for foreign currency arises due to some reasons. Likewise, supply of foreign currency arises due to some reasons. So, demand for foreign currency arises due to two important reasons. One is import of goods and services. Import of goods and services. Second one is outflow of domestic currency. Outflow of domestic currency, such as unilateral transfers. Unilateral transfers are remittances, foreign aid, grants, so gifts, donations, and pensions. Those are all example for unilateral transfers. Unilateral transfers. One-way payment. One-way payment. Not receiving any good or service in return. Not receiving any good or service in return. Those are called unilateral transfers. Next, FDI and FPI, foreign direct investment and foreign portfolio investment. Next, investment income payments abroad. Investment income payments abroad. Opening foreign bank accounts, etc. These are the outflow of domestic currency. Outflow of domestic currency. These two are the reasons for demand for foreign currency arises. Likewise, supply of foreign currency arises due to two reasons. One is exports of goods and services. Exports of goods and services. Second one is inflow of foreign currency. Inflow of foreign currency. Inflow of foreign currency such as unilateral transfers. Again, unilateral transfers or remittances. Next, foreign aid or grants, gifts or donations, pensions. Next, foreign direct investment and foreign portfolio investment. Investment income receipts from abroad, receipts, and other foreign income inflows. These are all comes under inflow of foreign currency. So these two are responsible for supply of foreign currency arise due to exports of goods and services. Second one, inflow of foreign currency. Inflow of foreign currency. Next, determination of nominal exchange rate. Determination of nominal exchange rate. The nominal exchange rate is determined by the interaction of demand curve for foreign currency and supply curve for foreign currency. So this diagram shows that this is the demand curve for foreign currency and this is supply curve for foreign currency. So the point where both curves intersect gives equilibrium exchange rate. Here this is the intersecting point. This EO is the equilibrium exchange rate and QO is the equilibrium quantity of foreign currency. So the nominal exchange rate is determined by the intersection of demand curve for foreign currency and supply curve for foreign currency. The point where both curves are intersect gives equilibrium exchange rate and equilibrium quantity of foreign currency. Right. Next, second one is real exchange rate. Real exchange rate. Real exchange, it shows how much of a good or service in one country can be exchanged for the same good or service in another country in terms of goods and services. So real exchange rate shows how much of a good or service in one country can be exchanged for the same good or service in another country. It depends upon two factors. One is nominal exchange rate. Second one is ratio of price levels between the two countries. Next. So in case of a single good, how to calculate real exchange rate? In case of a single good, real exchange rate is equal to nominal exchange rate into domestic price by foreign price. Or in case of a basket of goods or economy, in case of a basket of goods, real exchange rate is equal to nominal exchange rate into domestic price index divided by foreign price index. Next, third one is nominal effective exchange rate. Nominal effective exchange rate. It is the weighted average of a country's currency value against multiple foreign currencies. That is called nominal effective exchange rate. Nominal effective exchange rate is the weighted average of a country's currency value against multiple foreign currencies. So, since a country trade with many countries, it has many nominal exchange rates. So, but Nominal effective exchange rate combines them into a single index. Next, real effective exchange rate. Real effective exchange rate. So real effective exchange rate is equal to nominal effective exchange rate divided by price deflator or index of cost. Price deflator or index of cost. So here the two important notes. Trade flows are affected by real exchange rate, not by nominal exchange rate. Increase in real effective exchange rate shows that exports becomes costlier, imports becomes cheaper, then ultimately loss of international competitiveness. Loss of international competitiveness. That is called real effective exchange rate. Next, another one is a cross rate. Very, very important. Cross rate. What is cross rate? When two pairs of currencies have one common currency. When two pairs of currencies have one common currency, the exchange rate between the other two countries is called a cross rate. So the exchange rate between the other countries, other two currencies is called a cross rate. So in simple terms, XY is one pair and XZ is another pair. The common currency is X. Common currency is X. Then the rate between YZ calculated using this is called the cross rate. What are the two pairs? XY and XZ. What is cross rate? The rate between YZ, new pair, calculated using this is called the cross rate. Next, dollar as a vehicle currency. Dollar as a vehicle currency. Most foreign exchange transactions are carried out through the US dollar. Most foreign exchange transactions are carried out through the US dollar. But even when the US is neither importing country nor exporting country. So, US dollar is called vehicle currency. US dollar is called vehicle currency. It acts as an intermediary currency in international transactions. What is acted as an intermediary currency in international transactions means, so US dollar, that is called vehicle currency. These two are very, very important. One is a cross rate, another one is dollar as a vehicle currency. Once again I am repeating. What is a cross rate? When two pairs of currencies have one common currency, the exchange rate between the other two currencies is called a cross rate. In simple terms, XY one pair, XZ another pair. Then the rate between YZ calculated using this is called a cross rate. Next, dollar as a vehicle currency. So, most foreign exchange transactions are carried out through the US dollar. Even when the US is neither importing country nor exporting country. So, US dollar is called vehicle currency. It acts as an intermediary currency in international transactions. This is introduction to exchange rate. Introduction to exchange rate. What is exchange rate? Components of exchange rate, kinds of exchange rate. Next, numerical example of foreign exchange rate. Numerical example of foreign exchange rate. In this numerical example, we are going to understand place of quote. What is exchange rate? What is base currency? What is counter currency? What is form of quote? What is conversion of quote? First, London, the capital of England. London. Exchange rate is 1 sterling is equal to $1.65189. Sterling means their currency, that is pound. So 1 sterling is equal to $1.65189. So base currency is the currency written first, that is called base currency, that is sterling. Next, counter currency, the currency written after, that is called dollar. Dollar is counter currency. Next, form of quote, it is called direct quote. That means foreign currency in terms of domestic currency. Foreign currency in terms of domestic currency. That is called direct quote. Conversion of quote means $1 is equal to 1 by $1.65189. Second one is New Delhi, the capital of India, New Delhi. So exchange rate is 1 yen is equal to rupees 0.56. Yen means currency of Japan. Rupee means currency of India. So place of quote is New Delhi. Exchange rate is 1 yen is equal to rupees 0.56. Base currency is yen, the currency which is written first. And counter currency is rupee, the currency which is written after. This is also called direct quote. Because, so this is New Delhi. Direct quote means foreign currency in terms of domestic currency. Foreign currency in terms of domestic currency. Next. Conversion of quote is 1 rupee is equal to 1 by 0.56 yen. Next. Third one, Tokyo, the capital of Japan, Tokyo. Exchange rate is CHF1 is equal to N118. CHF means the official currency of Switzerland. CHF1 is equal to N118. Base currency is CHF, the currency which is written first. Counter currency is yen, the currency which is written after. This is indirect quote because domestic currency per unit of foreign currency. That is called indirect quote. Conversion of quote 1 yen is equal to 1 by 118 CHF. This is called conversion of quote. Next, fourth one, Geneva, the capital, the important city of Switzerland. Geneva. Exchange rate is UAE, United Arab Emirates dirham 1 is equal to CHF 0.2.2. Base currency is UAE dirham, the currency which is written first. CHF is counter currency, the currency which is written after. It is also called direct quote. Foreign currency in terms of domestic currency. Next, conversion of quote 1 CHF is equal to 1 by 0.242 dirham. Next, last one is Singapore. MYR1 is equal to SGD 0.38477. MYR means Malaysian ringgit, the official currency of Malaysia. SGD means Singapore dollar. So MYR1 is equal to SGD 0.38477. Base currency is Malaysian ringgit. Counter currency is Singapore dollar. This is also called direct quote. Foreign currency in terms of domestic currency. Conversion of quote means 1 Singapore dollar is equal to 1 by 0.3847 Malaysian ringgit. This is the numerical example with regard to foreign exchange rate.